Day 208. Day 208. Gratitude rewires the brain. Gratitude rewires the brain. The verse today is give thanks in all circumstances. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. The full verse comes from 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. So the grounding today is, Father, open my eyes today to the evidence of your goodness that is already surrounding my life. Father, open my eyes today to the evidence of your goodness that is already surrounding my life. You see, gratitude, we talk about gratitude every day. In fact, we spend time every day thinking about what are we thankful for, because we know that an attitude of gratitude is something that makes a huge difference in our lives. Instead of having to dwell on or ruminate or think about all the things that are going wrong in our life, we then begin to focus on what are the things that are working? What are the things that God would have us to do? Where does he have us make the greatest impact? And our bodies and our minds is when we do that and we start thinking about what is and could be, changes who we are. It is a neurological transformation tool. When you practice genuine thankfulness and when you do it consistently, you are not just feeling better about your life, you are literally rewriting the architecture of your brain. You're reliving and rewriting the way that your brain perceives the world, the things that you think about more often, and the things that make your life pleasant, happy, and joyful. Gratitude shifts the brain's default focus from what is missing to what is present. From what went wrong to what God has already done right. From scarcity to sufficiency. A lot of people think, well, what could I do to make my life better? What could I do to live in a little bit more joy? What could I do to make my life more happy? What could I do when I get up in the morning that I just smile instead of frown? Sometimes you hear that phrase, hey, my friend, can you turn that frown upside down? I've heard that so many times in my life, but it means more. It's not as easy to say when all you can think about is all the things that are wrong with your life. But when you start thinking about the gratitude and you're focusing on what is present and what is to come, it's so easy to turn that frown upside down. From fear to faith, God did not command thankfulness in all circumstances because he was indifferent to your pain. He commanded it because he knew that a grateful mind is one of the most powerful, most resilient, most joy-producing minds a human being can possess. I'll say that one more time. He commanded it. He knew that a grateful mind is one of the most powerful, most resilient, most joy-producing minds a human can possess. Let me give you an example here. A woman going through one of the hardest seasons of her life, maybe it's financial pressure, relationship strain, professional uncertainty. She decides to try something she had been resilient to. She decided that every morning for 30 days, not 208 days, not 15 days, she said for 30 days, she's going to write down 5 things she was genuinely grateful for before she does anything else. Sound familiar? Right? The circumstances do not immediately change. But within 2 weeks, her perspective, and isn't perspective almost everything, how we see the world? So her perspective begins to shift. She starts noticing things she had been overlooking, small mercies, quiet blessings, evidence of God's faithfulness. She had been too stressed to see, and by the end of those 30 days, her circumstances are still challenging. They didn't go away. They didn't just suddenly stop because she was grateful, but her mind is unrecognizable. And from that renewal, for mind, better decisions begin to flow. All right, so now you're coming from this place of present. This is things that could happen good, and these are things that I believe are going to happen in my life. Now we jump into our reticular activating system, and now our body and our minds are finding ways to overcome some of the challenges that we were dwelling and living in from the past. And from that renewed mind, better decisions begin to flow, better opportunities begin to appear, and better seasons begin to take shape. You want to know how to turn this around real quick? Well, if here's I would say, just stay with us, because we are going to do this every single day. We were going to do more than 5. And hopefully you're going to write down 5 from what we do. But every day we're starting our day saying, this is what we are grateful for. This is what we're thankful for. Then we take the opportunity, we're going to sit with God and say, God, what do you want me to notice right now? So not only are we being thankful and being attentive to what possibilities are, we're letting him speak to us to tell us exactly what to do. You know, I went through a season when gratitude felt like the last thing I had access to. I believe me, the weight was real. The pressure was real. The uncertainty was real. Or so I thought it was. Right? And someone challenged me not to feel grateful, but to choose it. Because at first, when you start saying it, you're not going to feel it. You're going to feel like probably upset, mad, tormented. Because the things in your life are not going the way that you wanted to, and they're not as planned, and things are hard, and I'm never going to discount that things are hard. I don't want to say thank you because I don't like where I'm at. If we could find one little thing, 2 little things, up to 5 little things a day. I'm thankful that I woke up, that I get to meet this challenge head on today. Right? I started small, one thing every morning. Before I looked at my phone, before I checked my messages, before the world got loud. One thing I was genuinely thankful for. And slowly over days, not over minutes, not over hours, over days, over weeks, the practice built something in me that the hard season could not take away. A bedrock of gratitude that held firm when everything around me seemed to be shaking. Gratitude did not change my circumstances first. It just changed my mind, and my mind changed everything else. We kind of talked about the neuroscience here. Research on gratitude is among the most compelling in positive psychology. Studies from UC Davis and other leading institutions show that people who maintain a regular gratitude practice experience measurable increases in dopamine and serotonin production. The brain's primary mood regulation neurotransmitters. Brain imaging studies show that gratitude. So now they're taking pictures of the brain, and it's showing that gratitude activities gratitude activates the medial prefrontal cortex associated with learning, associated with decision making, and moral reasoning. Regular gratitude practice has been shown to reduce depression, improve sleep, strengthen relationships, and increase overall resilience. Just the mere fact of spending 5 minutes a day, and this is why we do it, because I know it's going to help reduce depression. It's going to improve your sleep at night. It's going to strengthen your relationships. I don't know if you guys know, I created a nighttime go to sleep that talks about what we're thankful for, that talks about what we're gratitude, so you can go to night with your subconscious mind dwelling on gratitude. It's on YouTube. Just go ahead and grab it. Listen to it before you go to sleep. You will fall asleep. I'd just say most of you will fall asleep faster. You will fall asleep more deeply, and you will get better. It says it right here. The neural gratitude practice has been known to improve sleep, strengthen relationships, and increase overall resilience. God commanded thankfulness in all circumstances, because a grateful brain is literally a stronger, healthier, more capable brain. So gratitude does not deny the hard season. It refuses to let the hard season have its final word. The invitation here is, what evidence of God's goodness have you been overlooking because you have been so focused on what is missing? For the next 7 or 8 days, as we write down 5 specific things that you are genuinely grateful, or just show up here every morning for the next 7 days. Don't miss a day. Show up, right? And every single morning before you look at your phone, be specific. We're going to drink water, and we're not going to look at not just am I grateful for my family, but am I grateful for what my daughter called me yesterday? Specifically, what activities the brain gratitude responds most powerful. The more specific that we can be. That's why I read so much. I do full 5 minutes of just reading gratitude to you so you can think of things in your life that can make a difference. The prayer today is, Father, thank you for what I can see and what I cannot, for what you have done and what you are still doing. Open my eyes to the evidence of your goodness that is already surrounding my life, and help me never take it for granted again. Help me to never take it for granted again. May gratitude become so woven into the fabric of your daily life that even your hardest seasons, your mind remains anchored in unshakable goodness of God. Our question today is, what evidence of God's goodness have you been overlooking in your current season? How has a grateful mind changed your perspective in the past? And what is one specific thing you are genuinely grateful for right now that you have not thanked God for recently? Again, I'm going to put these into our chat as we do every single morning. And boom, put it there, and it's there. And so how do we live this? Gratitude is not pretending everything is fine. It is not denying the pain. It is not performing happiness for God or anyone else. Gratitude is choosing to look for evidence in God's goodness, even when the circumstances make it hard to find. And the more consistently you look, the more consistently you will find it. Start today. 1 thing, 5 things, whatever you can honestly bring. Give thanks in all circumstances, not because the circumstances deserve it, but because God is working in the middle of them. And as we move into our